Hey everybody, Tiny Flame Rob here. I'm making a quick YouTube tutorial video on how to split channels in Audacity. I'm doing this real quick because it confused me when I was trying to edit this audio clip to make it sound correct in my video game project. So because I'm adding audio into my project, I'm working on creating a two-dimensional sound that plays when the user interface renders a character on screen. I'll show you that in a little bit. But basically, I've got this really useful clip that I found on Freesound, and it's got a bunch of blips and blops sounds that play. But as you can see here in the timeline, the channels are misaligned slightly, and it's done that way on purpose because the creator of the audio wanted it to sound a bit spacey and all over the place. So, for example, this segment here is one that I've identified as interesting, so I'm going to play this in a loop real quick. So you can hear that it sounds good, but it's out of, so it's a bit all over the place, right? It's in the right channel and then it's in the left channel. And we kind of don't want that, so we're going to fix that. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to copy the segment we find interesting, and we're going to create a new Audacity instance, and we're going to paste just the clip that we find interesting there. Now I'm going to zoom in here and you can see how it's misaligned. I'm going to click play just to I'm going to shift click. Oh my gosh! I'm going to shift spacebar just to play this in a loop. That way I can hear what it sounds like. And I don't know if you can hear. I'll be quiet in a second. But there's a bit of a pop that happens at the end or at the start of the clip. Kind of sounds a bit like static. So it would be cool to get rid of that if we can identify it. Maybe it's that little bit there. Let's see. So we get rid of that and we try again. So you can still kind of hear that pop there. So we don't want that. So let's try and identify which channel that pop's coming from, or if it's coming from both. So we're going to go here at the audio track, and we're going to select split stereo to mono. The reason we want to split stereo to mono is because if we did split a stereo track, we would still have the left and right channel, right? And if we wanted to, and if we removed either of those channels, then we would be stuck with just having audio on one side of our headphones, and that's not something that we want. So we're going to do this, and it's split into a mono sound now. So now if we play it, we can sound, you can hear that things are panned, centered. You can see here as well, visually, left, right. So now we're going to mute each channel separately and see which one's causing the problem. So I'm muting this one, and I'm playing the bottom channel first. Yeah, I can hear the static pop there. I'm going to mute this one. I'm going to go to the top one to make sure that's not happening there. So that sounds much cleaner, right? So we probably want to make use of that one. We can try and fix this one, but to be honest with you, the way this sounds, I think it sounds right for what I need to use it for. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to nuke this because okay, let's be careful. Let's do this first. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to nuke this so we don't need it, and I'm going to paste this. So now we have two channels again, but they're identical. So that's basically how you make two channels be identical, and we're missing the pop, which is good. So the audio sounds smooth. So now we can just edit this to make the audio sound the way we want. So we can select, I believe I can do this. So you go back here to where we were before when we split it into two separate mono tracks, and we're going to say make stereo track. So we're going to click that, and hey, we're back to where we were, only we have an identical track on both channels. So now we can edit it as we did before. So because I want to use this for my video game project, I think I'm interested in just this bit. Yeah, that sounds cool. So I'm going to get rid of the rest of it. I'm going to zoom in a bit. I'm going to just play it. I keep playing it in a loop because as each text box character happens, for example, let me show you in the game. This is what I currently have, and it sounds very jarring, so I'm trying to fix it. You can hear it sounds okay-ish, but it's very clicky and clacky, and it gets very annoying after a while as a player plays the game. So this is what I'm trying to change out. So let's go back into our audio. So I think this will be a much smoother sound and a bit more bubbly. I'm trying to go for a bubbly sound because, you know, everything, my whole game is centered around like fluids and liquids and goop. So I think this matches better. It does sound a bit delayed, so I'm going to remove the white noise here and the white noise, the dead air here and the dead air here. Do the same here. Can you tell I'm not an audio engineer? I have no idea what I'm doing, but this is kind of like what works for me. That sounds much better. Cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to export it. I have to blur this bit maybe so I don't dox myself, but maybe not. Blip audio 3. Cool. I'm going to import this into the game engine. Just export it as an MP3. Okay, so now I clicked and dragged the audio in, and it's in our game engine. So I'm going to go to my audio source, and I'm going to overwrite it with the track we just made now, and we're going to see if it sounds better. So you can see it sounds a lot more subtle. We can mess with the volume to make it a bit louder. I didn't do that because I'd have to do that in the listener, but whatever, don't worry about it. You can adjust the audio settings on it to make it sound louder, but you can hear it sounds a lot better. It's a lot less hostile to the ears, you know. And if we press space, it's still a bit glitchy. I need to fix that, but you know, it works for now. So yeah, anyhow, that's a quick and easy tutorial about how to split channels and how to sync channels up and how to go from stereo to mono back to stereo, and then, you know, how to just throw them into the game engine. So yeah, hopefully that was useful. Catch you guys next time. Bye.